I will explain you the flowchart. It represents all the steps that we did to solve the problem. And during the video, you will only hear my voice. First, you have to read the problem.
A small business buys a computer for 4,000. After 4 years, the value of the computer is expected to be 200. For accounting purposes, the business uses linear depreciation to assess the value of the computer at a given time. This means that if B is the value of the computer at the time t, then a linear equation is used to relate B and t. A. Find a linear equation that relates B and t. B. Sketch a graph of this linear equation. C. What do the slope and b-intercept of the graph represent? D. Find the depreciation value of the computer 3 years from the date of purchase.
And this is a complete flowchart. You need to find a linear equation that relates b and t. Resolve the equation with the slope formula, the point slope form, or the standard equation.
This means that if B is the value of the computer at the time t, then a linear equation is used to relate B and t. So the first thing we gotta do is state the values. In this case, we're going to be using P for time and B for money, that is the value. And then we're going to use our other point is going to be 4 and 200 because after 4 years the value of the computer is 2,200. So this is the next point. What we have to do is substitute in the slope form and you get this value. You accommodate the two values and you get the slope is 950. So you get the slope and then you put it in this form and you substitute it and get this and then you get the value. This is your equation. Substituting instead of x and y and x and y, you get the v and you get the t for time and value. So that's your first question.
This is the graph for our equation. Answer the other questions.
The slope represents how much the computer cost goes down per year. So this is the slope. The v-intercept represents how much the computer costed at the beginning, which is your 4,000. Our last question states, find the depreciation value of the computer 3 years from the date of purchase. Okay, so what you have to do is substitute your t, which is time, in 3 years. So then when you, instead of putting t, you put a 3. And when you solve this, you get $1,150. So that's the 3 years depreciation purchase.
The conclusion.
So, in conclusion, we can assert that it is mandatory to find and solve the linear equation. This can be achieved by first solving the slope formula, followed by the point-slope form, and finally by doing the standard equation. Then we got to know what the v-intercept and the slope represented. At last, every process in this problem allowed us to find out that the depreciated value of the computer in 3 years would be of $1,150. With this, we are now able to sketch the graph that represents the situation of the problem and also the coordinates 4 and 200 and the coordinates 0 and 4,000 that were taken out of the problem enunciations.
Thanks.